Hey everybody, it's James here from the Sawyer Family Reviews channel, bringing you another DC Collectibles animated review. This time around, we're taking a look at the Demon's Head, Ra's al Ghul. Let's check him out. As always, we start with a packaged look at the figure. Ra's al Ghul is from the Batman the Animated Series designs, so he's got the dark red highlighted packaging. We've got the Batman Animated logo there. Ra's al Ghul, number 24, sculpted by Irene Matar. Batman the Animated Series, Ra's al Ghul, number 24. All his stuff packaged in behind him. We've got the Batman Animated logo on the back of the card, and the flip-flop of the colors on the reverse side of the card. There you go. Let's get him out of there. Okay, we got Ra's out of the box. Let's take a look here. Comes a little mini included poster, and we're going to find out that Ra's is from the episode The Demon's Quest. It doesn't say part 1 or part 2. That is a two-parter, and it's a fantastic two-parter. When you watch those two together, it's like watching an animated movie, which a lot of the episodes feel like an animated movie, but really that does a lot. It's kind of surprising that it's just it's a weekdays cartoon at 3:30, but you're getting stuff that's like movie quality on this series. Included stand has the turnarounds of Ra's in this outfit. I looked through the style guide, but I couldn't find that. All I could find was this shot of Ra's where he's in the suit, so I don't have one that matches it this time around. He's got the three-piece stand system where it's got these two pieces that go together and they plug into the stand, and this will go back and forth. I don't use these stands, so I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking about them. Extra hands. So this has got the same kind of hand system we looked at on the New Batman Adventure Scarecrow, where he's got bare arms, so they didn't have a good way to make the fist plug in and not have it look kind of silly, like his flesh is a sleeve. So instead, they've got where they pop out, where they meet the sleeve of the shirt. So we've got a pair of gripping hands and then a pair of open hands, but he doesn't have any accessories for those gripping hands. I wish he would have come with a sword, and we're going to talk about that a little later, but there's no accessories to grip. It's just these hands. The only other thing he comes with is his Demon's Head, the mask he wears in the episode when it's revealed that he is Ra's al Ghul and it gets taken off. And you can actually kind of see some of Ra's face behind there. You can see his little beard and it's painted on. So you can see his head beneath there. And then you just pop off this head and you place this one on here. And it looks like that, which looks great. It looks just like it did on the show. I do like having two styles of Ra's. So I'm going to bring this other one in because the cape does come off. And I think it looks really good like that with the helmet on, with the cape on there. And then without the helmet on, I think it looks better like this. And this is why I wish it would have come with a sword for this look right here. Now, this cape is really nice. And I've got one, since I have that one off the figure, it is rigid and it's sculpted. So, you know, they got the nice cut on the shoulders there and this nice open area. I've seen some people put this on Batman, and I tried to do it, but it's really tight on Batman. And I was afraid of scraping up paint. I think you'd have to alter the Batman figure somehow to get this on him. And even then, it won't have the scallops along the bottom. So it's not going to be accurate to how Batman's cape actually is. I wish they'd have done a Batman cape like this, where it had the scallops along the bottom and the interior blue. I think that would have been really cool, because this cape is really nice. And it helps the figure stand. Like, I don't have a stand on this one at all. And he's just chilling there. Like, it's no big deal. From here on out, let's look at this one, though, because it's easier to talk about the articulation and things like that on a figure without that solid cape, because it's pretty restricted with that cape on. You can't do anything with the arms. It's tough to get in to move the legs. So that cape really is just meant for displaying him. So we've got hinged ankles that go back and forth. There's no pivot, no rotation of the boot, nothing like that, which is kind of surprising to me. I'm very surprised that they didn't manage to get in any kind of joint along here. They've been pretty good about that, and this one is lacking on it. We've got a single jointed knee that goes back and forth like that, hips that articulate up to there and back to there, and they also hinge out, and they hinge out really far. We've got a waist swivel that's tight, but it does swivel. Then we've got shoulders that swivel around. The V kind of shape of his chest will make it so you have to kind of pivot them out a little bit to go all the way around. I don't know if I showed it hinges out to there. Then we've got swivels where the elbows meet the bicep and they hinge back and forth. They are ratcheting. And then we've got that rotation where the arms plug in. There's no wrist joint whatsoever, but I'm glad they didn't do that, because it would have looked funky trying to put a flesh tone hand into a flesh tone arm. It might have looked a little strange. And then we've got rotation at the head that's really good, because he had to have a longer neck for that whole cape and mask thing to work. So we can go down to there, up to there, and then rotate all around. And I don't think it looks bad, though. Even though he does have sort of a longer neck, I think that with the way the head fits on there, it still looks pretty darn good. Like, I like the way that looks. All right, his height. We're doing things kind of out of order this time, but you get the drift. He stands over 6 inches tall. He's like 6.5 inches tall. So he's a pretty tall figure for this line. Here he is next to Batman. And as you can see, he's actually taller than Batman. Which, that's fine by me. I think Raish is kind of a taller, bigger guy, even for his age. Maybe he's not the most built guy, the most thick guy, but I like the height on him. I like that he's a bit taller than Batman. It may not be super accurate to the show. I feel like maybe after he was in the Lazarus pit and he was all juiced up, maybe that size makes sense. But when he's not and he's in the suit. But this outfit, he should be juiced up. So what am I talking about? I think it looks great. Sculpt-wise, I think it's awesome. I think it's dead on the way he looks on the show. I love, 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 love this facial sculpt. Let me get in close here. I like how the blacks are painted around the eyes. The hair sculpted well, so he's got that sort of receding hairline thing going on. Man, that's a great Raish. That is a really great Raish. Speaking of other Raishes, let's talk about some previous Ra's al Ghul figures here. Got them all kind of carded and piled over here. Here's the first Ra's al Ghul figure we ever got. And I remember getting this as a kid and being like, where did this come from? Why did they do this outfit? This odd armor. I guess it's just a Kenner choice where they were like, you know what? For the most part, he's just a guy in a suit or a guy in a green shirt. We got to spruce this up some. But then again, Riddler's just a guy in a suit. So what's up with that? They did, however, get that demon's head mask in with this figure. And the size is actually close to being the same because this actually sits over this figure's head. Later on, we would get a Raish in a suit in the Shadows of Gotham City pack. But again, still not this outfit. Kind of like what we talked with Gordon. This is the kind of the first time we've seen him in a figure of this from Animated. We've gotten other versions, but never this version. Now, before I forget, I want to talk to you about the sword. I know I made a rule before that I don't like talking about things that hadn't existed by the time this figure came out. I'm going to break that rule really quick here, because the Hardak Batman comes with the perfect sword, if I can get it to go in his hand. There we go. The perfect cutlass, you want to call it cutlass or sword, to go with Raish. I think that looks awesome. So if you happen to get an extra Hardak, or if you're not using the sword that comes with Hardak, it does look great with Raish. Looks awesome with him in this outfit. Okay, I think that's about everything I want to say about Raish. He goes for about $60 carded now. So he's not super, super expensive, especially for such a main character to Batman. And you need him if you're going to get Talia. And Talia's like an $80 figure, though. I feel like those go hand in hand. If you're going to get Talia, you kind of need to get Raish. I wish they'd have done a shirtless Batman, too, to go with him. That would have been cool. That would have been really neat. To have those two, both with swords, with a shirtless Batman. That would have been awesome. Okay, that about wraps it up on this one. I think that's all I have to say about him. The next figure up is Zatanna. If you enjoy the videos, please click like, subscribe, notify. Leave a comment down below. Tell me what you thought about the Demon's Quest Part 1 and 2. See you guys next time. Bye.